Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and guys, ladies and gentlemen, Gervonta Tank Davis is returning to the ring sometime in the spring, sometime in the summer, versus Frank the Ghost Martin in a fight that will be televised on Prime pay-per-view. Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing, 29-0, 27 knockouts, hard puncher, excellent boxer, 3-division, 4-time world champion, versus Frank Martin, man, 18-0, 12 knockouts. Those of you who aren't familiar with Mr. Frank Martin, the Ghost, he put on a dazzling display of boxing versus Michel La Salsa Rivera, Dominican Ali, in a fight that was built up to be a tremendous fight on paper. And Frank went in there and outclassed Ali, Dominican Ali Rivera. That was a surprise performance. That was a surprise. How easily and how lousy he made Rivera look. One of the best performances you'll ever see from any boxer. Frank Martin turned in a star-making performance in that fight, and got a fight after that. He fought after that, got a unanimous decision in a fight where he didn't look too good, but he got the job done by this unanimous decision. Now, based on sources, he's scheduled to fight one of the biggest draws in boxing, one of the biggest superstars in boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis. And for some time, there's been talks about Tank, as big of a star he is in the sport of boxing, he doesn't have a title. Well, I found out I'm wrong, and maybe you guys may have forgotten as well that Tank still holds the WBA regular lightweight title that he took from that he won against Yuriorkis Gamboa. This was back in 2019, and he has never lost that title. So he fought Santa Cruz, retained the title, then he went up in weight and won the super lightweight title, the 140-pound title, the WBA title, and against Mario Barrios. He dropped down back in weight to defend against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Next, he knocked out Rolly Romero and Hector Garcia. Then he had the fight with Ryan at a catchweight, so he could not have defended the title. So he is still a champion. The WBA regular lightweight title currently holds. So he will be defending that title against Frank Martin. No official date yet, but that is the sources based by Mike Kupinger on ESPN. He has confirmed those sources that Tank will be fighting Frank for the WBA for Tank's WBA lightweight title on pay-per-view. Tank has not fought since April of last year, almost a year since he fought. By the time these two guys step in the ring, well, it'll be over a year. One of the longest inactivity in Tank's career. By the time he steps into the ring with Frank Martin. Stylistically, guys, it's a good fight. Frank is a live dog. He can box. He got good power. Not as hard as Tank though, but he can box with Tank. I'm sure he can box with Tank. He's a physically strong dude. Tank, we all know him, man. Fight-ending power, one shot, uppercut, hooks, a body shot. Tank can end the fight with any shot, man. And Frank is in danger of that. He can get stopped with one shot once landed good and cleanly. Again, he can box with Tank and stuff, and I'm sure they will have some moments where these two guys are going to go at it. Good exchanges, but I just got a feeling Tank is just going to overpower him eventually and get him out of there with a good shot. This fight, Will it go the distance? I know I'm expecting a high-level chess man. These two guys are going to feel out each other. They're going to be in the middle of the ring, trying to jab, box each other, and in the early rounds, and then eventually he's going to heat up, and someone's going to get caught with something, and likely it's going to be Frank, man. Tank hits really hard, and like I said, it don't matter where Tank hits you, to the body, to the chin, anywhere, man. It's going to hurt, and Tank has that fight-ending power, 29-0, 27 knockouts. Only 2 fights, only 2 opponents made it to the bell. But, yeah, man. But it's a good fight. Tank versus Frank. Of course, Frank is expected to win this fight. If you're betting on someone, bet on Tank, obviously. Frank is definitely an underdog in this fight. But styles make fights. Styles make fights, man. No one expected Frank to go in there and outclass Michel Rivera. And even Rivera at some point, it was a time that Rivera was a rumored opponent for Tank Davis. And everyone was saying it was going to be a good fight, and what Frank did, he went in there and outclassed Rivera. So here he is now stepping in, likely against Tank Davis. And it's interesting to see what's going to happen there. So let me know what you guys think about that fight. Gervonta Tank Davis, 29-0, 27 knockouts versus Frank the Ghost Martin, 18-0, 12 knockouts. Tank will be defending the WBA regular lightweight title on that night. Wherever it is, whenever it is, spring or summer, they say. No official date yet, but that's the sources. American with Boxing, guys. I am your host, Jose Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing right here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.